Hello, hello, welcome back to Talking Tunes, or I should say, welcome to Masterpiece May. Starting this week, all the way through the rest of May. May hasn't started yet by the time you're seeing this video, but it's April 30th, so we're just gonna go with that. But starting now, and then the 4 weeks after this, we are taking a look at 5 albums that I find to be complete masterpieces. Or should I say 6, because one of those videos is going to be about 2 albums that are both masterpieces by the same artist. You'll see when we get there. But we're going to be taking a look at albums that I find to be either perfect or basically perfect. And starting off, we have Rush's Moving Pictures from 1981, containing 7 tunes, and over the course of 40 minutes, it just blows you away with its excellence. And this is, I believe, no, it's not. Never mind. I was going to say that I believe that this is the most recent album I've called a masterpiece. No, it's not. But sadly, I do not have a version with the original album cover. I did come across one once, but I did not buy it. I don't know why I didn't. Probably because in my mind I already had this. So, I don't know. And I guess the only benefit would be that I would have the cover. And an easier case to operate. I fucking hate this case, folks. Anyway, I don't have a whole lot of history. What I will say is after, I believe their previous album was called Radio Waves, Spirit of the Radio. That's what it was called. Their previous album, 1980 Spirit of the Radio, did pretty decently. The tour did pretty decently. They were a pretty decently big band in both, the United States and the UK, and of course their home country of Canada. They're probably still really big in Canada. If you're Canadian, how many Rush songs did you hear on the radio today? Because I know you've got some weird fucking laws up there. That album did pretty well. The tour did pretty well. And then they went back into the studio and started recording this. And this was released in 1981. And holy shit, this album is fucking perfect. Just perfect. It starts off with you know what it starts off with if you're watching this channel and watching this video. It starts off with the brilliant, the majestic Tom Sawyer. And that beginning keyboard tone, riff, note, I don't know what the fuck to call it. Their fly just flew in front of the camera. But that beginning is just, ooh, so good. So good. It's and then it just, goes right into the lyrics as well. A modern day warrior, mean stride. Today's Tom Sawyer, mean pride. And then Alex Lifeson's guitar riff. And, Neil Peart wrote the lyrics, I'm pretty sure. Or all 3 of them wrote the lyrics, but Neil Peart had heavy involvement. And his drumming is simultaneously really fast and really slow. And it's so complex, but it's so nifty on the ear. And it's just, it's excellent. And of course, those legendary lyrics, though his mind is not for rent, to any god or government. This man is intellectually free. He's a modern day Tom Sawyer floating down the river that he carves himself. It's just an excellent album, or an excellent song. One of the best songs of all time. And I mean that, one of the best opening songs of all time. It's just so fucking good. And it's, the guitar solo and the jam in the middle and just, it's just a fucking jizz-worthy package in and of itself. Excuse me. And, song number 2, Red Barchetta, it talks about an apocalyptic future where internal combustion and transport that isn't public and independent transport has been banned. But there's this one guy whose uncle has a farm, and on that farm is a cherry red Ferrari Barchetta. And every week, the guy gets into that Ferrari Barchetta and just goes for a fucking drive. Yeah! Great, like one of the great driving songs, one of the great fuck you songs, just so good. It talks, again, it's aged well in many ways. It talks about a post-apocalyptic future where cars are banned. Now, we're not living in that post-apocalyptic future, but if things don't start going right soon, we might be in it. Stay independent. Anyway, but it's just such a wonderful, wonderful song. It's nice and long. The way the guitar and synth sounds combine to, mimic the sound of an engine, revving up and shifting, and it just sounds so good. Oh, it's such a good song, and that's followed up by this album's one and only instrumental, YYZ. Another brilliant song. Just fucking, again, 1, 2, 3. All three of these are excellent. And this song is titled YYZ because apparently Neil Peart is the way Neil Peart is drumming is the Morse code for YYZ. So that's pretty cool. He goes nuts. Everybody goes nuts. Everybody shines. Geddy Lee on, bass and synths. Geddy Lee is one of the best bassists of all time. Like, he's up there with Geddy Lee, the guy from Tool, whoever the bassist of Tool is, Chris Squire, Greg Lake. Geddy Lee is up there with him. I think I said Geddy Lee is up there with Geddy Lee, but we're just gonna roll with it. But again, YYZ just like that. You would think it would be annoying, but it's got parts and shit. It's kind of like their own little version of One of These Days. It's just an excellent jam. Great to just chill back and listen to or put on in the background. Oh, it's impossible to have a bad time listening to this song unless you're stupid. Song number 4, Limelight. This is the other really famous song from the album. Living in the limelight, the universal dream. It was written by I think Geddy Lee, or maybe Neil Peart, or maybe they collaborated, but either way, whichever one of them wrote it, it was, or maybe it was Alex Lifeson. Whoever wrote it, I watched in an interview, he was just like, yeah, this is kind of how I felt. I felt a little bit alienated, at the time, and, I didn't realize that I was going to feel even more, alienated after this album came out, because we got even more fans afterwards. Like, again, this is their Dark Side of the Moon. I'm telling you, 2112 is great, but this is a better album, just as an album. No shade to 2112, but I like this better. Yeah, Limelight's great. One of the great side closers as well. If you bought this on vinyl, this closed side 2, or closed side 1. Sorry. So again, one of the great side closers as well. One of the great songs of the 80s. Coming in, song number 5, The Camera Eye, longest song on the album, and I believe this is their last song on any album to go for 10 minutes or longer. I think afterwards, every song they wrote after this was less than 10 minutes. But it's a great a great song. It almost feels like the first half of it. I know this isn't the case, but it feels like the first half of it is just totally instrumental. And then the lyrics come in, and it's pretty much just an extension of Limelight, lyrically. Talking about, going through the streets of London and Manhattan and in these cities, and it kind of feels like, they're being watched all the time. Or maybe it was, commenting on, the increased number of security cameras popping up at the time, and they felt like, and people always feel like they were being watched, which, again, maybe we should, get rid of some security cameras where they're not needed. It's just, again, great album, or a great song. Great 10-minute song, different parts to it. It's awesome. Song number 6, Witch Hunt. Witch Hunt. This song is named after the concept of a witch hunt. And if you don't know what that is, it's when, somebody in a place of authority, names an enemy of the state or the group, and everybody, whether it's founded or not, and everybody just goes nuts and attacks that, group. And it's just one of those things where, that's aged really well. No matter which side you're on politically, you can definitely detect that, and detect when certain things are being blown out of proportion. Again, this album still sounds fresh. Lyrically, it's still fresh, and lyrically, it's still fresh. So it's just, again, one of those. Just, again, it's aged phenomenally well. And then to close us off, one of the great album closers of all time, Vital Signs. I don't really know what this is about, but it's a great sounding song as well. Vocal performance is fantastic. Everything's just so great on this album. And if you can't tell where I'm going to land on this, go buy it. No, it's not like a, listen and then make a decision. It's a go buy it. Go buy it and listen to it many times. It's a fantastic album. And of course it would show Rush go to new heights, and afterwards they would fade a little bit into that 80s sound, but they would continue to record albums and tour up until 2015. And I think their tour in 2015 was billed as their final tour. And sadly, Neil Peart would die of cancer in 2020. And then the only time Rush has performed since was Alex Lifeson and Geddy Lee performing with Tool's drummer Danny Carey at the Taylor Hawkins tribute concert from a couple of years ago. So, yeah, it's a bit sad. This album, or this video ends on a bit of a sad note, but go buy the album, go listen to it. It's fucking great. Thank you all very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please feel free to leave a like on it. If you have something to add, if there's something I missed, please feel free to, let me know in the comment section down below. If you want to hear me talk about something other than music, I have a podcast with two of my buddies. It's called Dorkies. I will leave a link to the most recent episode of that in the description down below. If you want to continue along this musical journey with me, please feel free to subscribe. And if you want to hear what I happen to be listening to that day, you can follow me on Instagram. I will leave a link to that in the description down below. I post a song in my story there every single day. Currently, we are in Pink Floyd week, so for the rest of the week and the previous, I guess, 3 days by the time you're seeing this, I'm posting only Pink Floyd on there. So yeah, that's going to do it. Thank you all very much for watching, and remember to stay weird and keep jamming. See you in the next one.